So to give some context, basically we were saying like, we were just talking about the X-Men. We were just talking about like, how what we expecting and shit like that. So I'm like, I thought about it. Like, what do you think? What would you think? Because I want you. This is my exact question. What is your preference for how they make the next X-Men movie? That not for you, right? But also for the masses. For you, but like, also for that you think this will.
A little me, more the masses.
This is what we should do.
Yeah, a little me. Yeah. So I'm gonna give a little me, a little more for masses.
What do you think they should?
So be little stuff I throw in there that's for me, but overall.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna give you one better. What you think? What do you want? And then also what you think they should do?
I'm gonna blend them because I understand the landscape of things. Like what I really want, like for things, is not the best because I'm not the best of writing or of that, like what I'm saying. So, I understand enough cinema, we watch enough cinema, not just MCU, to like, I could balance both, I think. Or like even like, more so for the public consumer. What I think would be the best ideal. So I'm going to answer it that way. All right. I think, honestly speaking, I don't think they should do individual movies of these characters and then come out with an X-Men movie. That's not how we all got introduced to X-Men. So why you think the new world is going to love it that way?
You mean like individual X-Men characters?
Like the way they did Avengers?
Yeah, because we didn't have times where we spoke about stuff and we was like, even on other like channels, I done seen people speak about stuff and it's like, like I said initially, we played the part in that too, saying it in that way in our own episodes in ways like, they should come out with a Jean movie, then a Cyclops movie, then that's not how the ones that fell in love with X-Men.
I don't feel like I've ever agreed to that.
Not saying you. I'm saying like we didn't have episodes where I didn't heard individually some of us said that like but
not with the X-Men.
For the most part, the world didn't love the X-Men that way. I don't think the new regime moving forward will love the X-Men that way.
There's only one of them that can get it like
the Avengers work that way, but they're not the Avengers. Those are the X-Men. These are two different teams. You do it that way.
Yeah.
And maybe the Justice League could work that like the Avengers work individually because these are super household names.
The Avengers are 4 individual superheroes.
And then
made a team.
Exactly. Justice League, the same thing.
Yes, the X-Men is a team. That's the X-Men. Yes.
So me personally, I wouldn't go that route.
Yes.
And like I said, it's not just us on this pod throughout different episodes that been presented, whether it was you or not, or just me or Dot. I don't think that's the right way, honestly. So I wouldn't do it that way. I think you just released the X-Men movie. Now along the line, if somebody catch heat, if you want to make a little side quest and the story really makes sense, you can make a solo movie for someone.
Right, like you get a good casting.
Yeah.
Or like then he body Iceman.
Yeah. So Iceman might need his own movie. Add somebody in there with him.
On those 6 episodes.
Yeah. Add a little Pyro with him or something or whatever. Add a little Jean Grey with him since they had chemistry or whatever. But that's further down the line. I don't know. That's after that.
Yeah.
But I would say, give us the X-Men movie off rip. Now, to get into the gist of things, I think I'm gonna be quick. You can't go super big bad off rip. So, big bad is Loki, Ultron, Thanos.
Oh, big villain.
Yeah, but not just. Big bad is like grand arc. So you can't go to the end of the end all be alls. Like, like everybody's individual movies in MCU, like they got a smaller fucking villain, but that shit is a problem.
Like you get a Mysterio.
Yeah.
Like every now and then, Mysterio's not a fucking a world. He's not a world ender.
That's one of his
the Avengers not gonna fight him, but Spider-Man can fight a good movie, boom, and he do good, and it's very good. Like he do it. You know what I'm saying? Like
so that's what I'm saying. Give X-Men a movie to start off with,
like
and you starting them off relatively young because we want this cast to last at least 12, 15 years. So make them further. The cast got to be young. Yes. Let them grow into that. So don't give them something more than they can handle.
That's what you're going for.
Because if you give them
that's the X-Men you're going for.
MCU wise, that's what I think they will go for.
I think I in my head, I also think that because I think this is your first time you've waited so long to get the X-Men. You don't want to have to reboot the X-Men in 7 years.
Exactly, my point. So
I would think that you want to get your X-Men relatively young and start them and do all that.
And
X-Men Evolution, they'll body that. They do they start like X-Men Evolution swag. Stop. Real school, like
they'll
body
that's what I'm saying.
They'll body
so look, also to add on to that, while you said that made me think of it.
Hey, why don't you finish my fault? I'm sorry.
No. you was doing good because I feel like that also adds to what I was picturing because they have such a good origin stories, you know. So you don't want to skip stuff that could have been good content, right? So start them off young because the development of these heroes to make them become the individual leaders that they are, not that they led the team, but if no one other leaders are around and they the one big dog around, because there's so many X-Men, that person could lead the team.
At least 4 X-Men could did as
Give us
the big homie.
Yeah, so you got to give us like 4 people that can grow that. Oh, each of these niggas, if there was someone, if they the only one around and the other 3 not around, but the rest like more X-Men from Xavier schools around, like people mutants, I mean, they can lead that charge. Because we already seen enough from them. We seen them in 3 different projects. You can pass me. 2 different projects, 3 different projects. We can see that. They can do that. You know, we already respect them for it. So start young. Don't fast forward enough, right? I think that's so interesting. Seeing the Xavier school. That's the big part about it, what I'm saying. Seeing the Xavier school
X-Men
is
Evolution
a big deal. Let these
they really embody that.
students grow. You feel me? We know that Storm. But I only know Storm for being the Storm. How I want to see her be Stormy first before she's become Storm. You know what I'm trying to say? Like she a younger version of herself. You know, like grow into it. That's why like First Class and all that shit was good because they was doing that, but they just didn't have they rushed the rest of the arc.
Yeah.
The writers really rushed the rest of that franchise, bro.
But I get what they was. You know what it is? Is like I think I get it, but I guess I would assume this is how it happens. Like it's like damn. I don't think they expected First Class. Or maybe they did. I don't know. Because I don't think they expected First Class to be what it was. Like,
I'm not gonna tell you
First
that.
Class came out. Like, even me, I was like,
I think they expected that.
I was one of those like, and I'm not gonna lie, low key, X-Men, like franchise, it's probably like, especially comic, it's probably like one of my, it's probably like that's my favorite. Like, I love every X-Men movie except Apocalypse.
Yeah.
I love every. I even like the Dark Phoenix.
It's funny because that really falls into what I'm trying to say in hindsight. Like, it's because they rushed to a bigger situation than they should have with Apocalypse. Because I think they were just trying to everybody, DC and them and Sony was all trying to compete with the MCU at that time. So they're like, how can we make Avengers level threat? And it's like, yo, bro. Take your time.
No, we got Apocalypse. You know who we got on the tuck?
Take your time, King.
Up with Apocalypse. And they had potential.
They did.
They was bodying it. They was doing right.
Days of Future Past, y'all on the right path.
Days of Future Past is the best. First of all, to me, that's a top 10.
Release 4 more movies.
That's a top 10 comic book movie, bro.
Release 4 more movies before you do that. That's what I'm saying. No, it is. But release 4 more movies before you get there, though. Yeah, y'all jumping storyline that is like...
They did, though. And they had good ones. Because they did Days of Future Past, and they did what? Oh, no, damn.
Exactly.
No, excuse me. I mean, First Class.
Then Days of Future Past.
Then Days of Future Past was next?
Yes.
Oh, they was on to something, though. How you got First Class and then Days of Future Past, right?
Because cartoon-wise, that lines up.
They bodied that.
But all those, y'all just jumped
to
Apocalypse.
That was next. Dark Phoenix?
No, Apocalypse. Dark Phoenix is 4th, and that came fucking 7 years later. That came way later.
No.
They ended it with Dark Phoenix.
Hold on. Wait. So it was First Class. The next one was Days of Future Past, and then they came to Apocalypse, and then Dark Phoenix, and that was the last.
Yeah, that was the last of the Mohicans.
Sansa.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah, shorty.
Wow. Damn, that's how they went?
They went dumb hard.
They went dumb.
No, they went downhill.
Yeah, exactly. They was going uphill. First two
was crazy.
Yeah, because I ain't got First Class.
First Class is hard, bro. First Class is
Days of Future Past, like he said, is considered all those top 12 at least. Minimum.
To me, especially for me, like
it might be top 10.
I love,
but by minimum,
I genuinely like that.
Top 12 at least. That shit is like
Days of Future Past was good. Like
then they went straight Apocalypse, bro. It was like, yo, we yet to see y'all develop these characters.
Oh yeah, because that's when
give us a Star movie.
Give us the second
appearance of his man
Quicksilver, right? Yeah, right. Oh yeah, that is That is Apocalypse.
So like y'all jump.
Yeah. And then they did Dark Phoenix after Apocalypse.
7 years later. That's the next installment.
No, it was literally 7 years later, for real.
I don't know if it's 7, but it might be dead right. Like it's so many years later.
Damn. But you're right. That's when they killed off Mystique and all that, right?
So remember, Dark Phoenix came out. I was like, wait, y'all still doing this franchise? was like, all right.
Word?
And then, wait, all
I don't feel like it was that far.
probably 5, but all dudes, like what I'm getting at is,
Yes, but I get the gist of what you're saying.
That's
Bless
it,
you,
bro.
girl.
but what I'm getting at is like y'all just jump the storyline without seeing progression of these characters, bro. That's all I've been getting at this whole time.
Damn, wow, Jesus. 3 years.
3
Yeah.
after the, Apocalypse.
Yes.
Oh, that's not. Too
That's
crazy.
long though. That's long. That's
Nah, that's
a
your next
2016. That's
movie.
2016.
That's
And I'm
actually
saying,
worse.
Nigga, you know how movies? It's not like now. Now everything takes 4 years to come out. Back then, 10 years ago, movies wasn't taking. Look.
That's on par. You come out with a sequel 3 years later.
Oh yeah, I guess. Future.
That's on par.
Days of Future Past.
It's either 3 or 5.
Nah, you're right.
That was
Chris.
the
Days of
thing
Future
back then.
Past came out 3 years after X. So X First Class came out in 2011.
You know how? Look, I'm gonna give y'all one
No, you
fact.
got it. You got it. You got
I'm gonna
it.
give you
You
one
got it.
fact of the
got it. But they had Logan in between, so that don't count.
I'm gonna give. Yeah, but that's like
I know,
fast forward though.
but Logan is in between Apocalypse and Dark Phoenix.
Released wise.
Yes.
But like timeline wise,
No, that's
that's like
fast.
way after everything.
Yeah,
That's like after Apocalypse.
it's the last of the last, right? Yeah.
They just had a good story. But all dudes, what I'm getting at
My
is
fault, yeah, I started thinking off. I apologize.
they jumped the gun with. You can't give us this extreme Avengers level threat when I don't believe these characters that I've been watching and following, and I kind of grew to like them, right?
What you think, son?
I don't think
wait
these
till you finish.
characters are capable of defeating this type of threat. You know, you got to make us believe that
Right.
as
You,
viewers.
I see what you're saying.
You gotta
If
tell
you're gonna
me
give
you
me
could've
some
fucked with
young, you're gonna
Apocalypse.
yeah. No, first of all, none of them niggas.
And I got the biggest proof to prove.
Yeah,
I already knew that, but
The biggest proof-
But still,
like
yeah,
he could.
yeah.
didn't know
I
what
see what you're
Thanos-
saying.
no,
Yeah,
you gotta at least thought
no,
niggas was
definitely.
gonna
We seen Wanda a few times with no
I didn't
movie.
Think about that, like, yeah.
Like we seen Wanda in like Avengers movies and then Civil War in between. We seen her arc grow each time. Even Vision or people, Hawkeye. We seen their arc grow that where they're at now, what they've been through. We seen what they've been through.
I can understand if you.
They might
very
play
good.
this role in this movie. All right, cool. That makes sense. They can help.
Right.
You can't just give us an Avengers level threat after 2 versions. First of all, as good as Days of Future Past is, there's no Avengers level threat in that movie.
Nah,
The
but
stakes is high.
But that's what makes the movie good though, because it's not. It's grounded. It's not low. It's not no.
Exactly.
It's not no none of that.
I agree.
It's not no.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's what makes the movie good. Because no lie, it's not that it's an Avengers level threat. It's
These
just the
bros-
stakes of what's
bros-
going on.
They were fighting Reagan. I mean Nixon, right?
Yeah, Nixon.
Yeah.
You'll find Nixon and, you know,
it's like
Strucker.
my son-
No, not Strucker,
yeah, damn.
Stryker.
My son
The
Tyrion.
Lord-
My son Tyrion Lannister.
Yeah.
Damn,
I
what the
forgot
fuck
who
is
he
his name?
played. He's a big deal.
Yes, bro. Oh man, the dude that made the Sentinels, bro.
You gotta
What's
look it
his
up.
name?
You click on one of those movies. It'll show his casting.
Oh, I know his name.
But
Pissed me off.
Tracks.
Try.
Oh, yeah, it was
yes,
that
there
nigga.
you go.
Oliver Tracks.
Facts.
Oliver Tracks. Oh, there you go. I'm saying. I'm like, that shit's on it. I remember myself in the cartoon and shit like that.
But so that's what I'm saying,
Senator
right?
Kelly,
But look,
right?
this is my biggest
Yeah.
proof before I move on to what you was asking me in originally, what I want the X-Men to be. The biggest proof of that whole franchise, the reboot of the First Class franchise, you know they were jumping out the window when each movie jumps a new decade.
Yeah.
So one is in the 60s, one is in the 70s, one is the 80s, one is in the
Yeah,
90s.
they was wild.
I actually wasn't mad about that.
It's not bad when these niggas ain't aging. Make it believable. CGI these niggas. Do what you did to Hank Pym or something.
Yeah.
You can't have these niggas looking the same. Yo, bro, these niggas take place in 86, 80, or 92. And then,
No, but the first. The first year is in the 40s, ain't it?
no, hell no. 60s. 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. That's what they did.
No, but wasn't bro like in the Magneto shit? Wasn't like the whole Germans and.
No, him as a kid. That's a flashback.
No, I'm bugging out. Yeah, you're right. So that
but
was
him as
yeah,
Fassbender is
that's like
60s,
60s,
68, 67.
60s. Okay.
And then it's in the 70s.
Then the next one's the 70s.
Days of Fast,
Then
then
in the
80s,
Boom.
Apocalypse, and then the 90s.
Yeah.
Y'all jumping a decade, or a decade each.
And nobody's aging.
But nobody's aging. You know what's funniest about that?
Yeah, I
The
see what
funniest
you're
running
saying,
joke is that the last one takes place in the 90s, and you got Fassbender and you got Bro from Split. But 4 years later, they go recruit Jean Grey in X-Men 1, and these niggas are 70 years aged up.
Yeah.
That's been the running joke on the
Yeah,
internet, like
yeah.
consciously.
Yeah.
Like, wait.
But to be fair though, with the X-Men movies, that's the one thing they always got wrong though. their timeline shit.
But the problem with that is
they did way too much with all that shit. Like,
aside from that problem, the problem is
then they got mashed.
why
in
y'all
between.
jumping without giving us in betweens?
Yeah.
Develop these characters if y'all trying to build a universe. Y'all just trying to jump to Infinity War.
I'm not
off
gonna lie.
rip.
I kind of wasn't mad about that. No, I'm not gonna lie. Because now that you explain it, they did do bad. Yes.
You know
But
why?
The concept wasn't the worst thing in the world.
But you know why though? Because you don't realize, like, our brains don't process that these are different decades.
yes,
the shit
When
seems
you
like
watch it, it
4,
seems
2, 3 years apart.
Yeah, but it's actually 10, 12
Aesthetically
years apart.
wise,
Yeah,
that should have been the first thing that hit us. Aesthetically wise,
Yeah,
this is
everything
a
looks
different
different.
decade.
Yes,
different
yes.
cars, different
Yes,
computers,
yes,
different TVs,
yes, yes.
different fashion.
Yes.
That should have been the first thing. But no, they don't care about none of that. It's just there's different decade.
Right.
It's the 90s now.
Yes.
I think what? So that's what I'm getting at. So go back to
No, I
the
understand
original
what you're saying. Yeah, I
question.
understand what
If
you're
you want to, if what I think the X-Men should be now, just give us the first group movie. Cool. If only if you notice people taking off a little bit more than others, then you might want to.
No. Finish.
Then you might want to give that person a project. If you see something catching a little bit more flame than
a lot of
others.
people love this character. Boom. You gotta give them.
But if that's not the case, then we just do the next
Continue
group
doing
movie,
it.
you know? But don't take your time through the years. Don't fucking age these niggas up because time is going by.
Give me 6 months.
Nobody
in between
cares
before I care, yeah.
that the movie released in 2027, but the last movie released in 2022. So it should be 5 years later. Story writing wise, if you need to pick up in 2023, a year later than the last time we seen them, do that.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Don't do it because time passed in our real life. That's not story writing. What are you doing? You don't have to do that. You know, you could just write a story and it takes place a year
I
later.
know, but that's the MCU's whole thing now. That's kind of like how holds the MCU back now. Period. As a unit, with everything they do,
Because when they release it,
they are so stuck on dates. So it'd be like look, like
right.
Wonder Man. Like when does Wonder Man exist right now?
That's
in
why-
your head, when does the Wonder Man exist? Like in
I would assume right now, if you ask me a genuine question without no like trying to like win an argument,
I have no.
you know what I'm saying, without even trying to win an argument for what we're talking about,
I have nothing
I
in
would
mind.
assume present day.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. That's what I would think.
What the MCU is good at is releasing official reports saying this released right after Black Widow. Nigga. So this is in 2022.
Yeah,
Nigga.
but it's like.
But
you know,
then that helps though. That now you retconning things. Now when the next time I come out with him, then you go from there. So what I'm trying to say is with the X-Men, take your time with developing the characters' arcs as a whole.
Don't worry about nothing else. Don't
And
worry about
individually,
time.
like what makes sense, bro?
Yeah.
Don't give us a big bad. So what would make sense? What movie did we see in MCU that had? It was a good
Spider-Man,
movie, but also
Spider-Man.
it didn't have like a big bad. Like,
Spider-Man.
it worked.
Like I'm not gonna lie,
Homecoming.
right? You know why? Not to be like. That's why I think like Guardians work so well because their movies are like contained. Yes. Now, like for
Wow, that's so perfect because the Guardians are not Earth based, 616 based, but they're not Earth based,
the MCU base for me,
and they had their own villains. But the villains didn't never make you feel like
they could take
this
over
is
the whole
Thanos.
universe.
Yeah, it's like yo, bro, they just dealing with us in front of them.
But they cool. But you
This nigga's a
beastie,
threat.
though.
This nigga's
But
a threat,
You beastie
yeah.
though, like ego beastie.
Nigga, even with High Evolutionary.
Then beastie, like you.
First of all, High Evolutionary would have came across Iron Man, bro. Clip for this nigga.
No, for sure. He comes across mad.
Thor clip for
The
this
High
nigga.
Evolutionary is not a beastie. He wasn't.
It's what they capable of.
Yeah, it's just yeah.
So give us what these characters are capable of when y'all showing us, and then put
it's-
somebody in
and
front of
it's
them
contained-
that's right
is it
outside their
contained?
reach. Like a little, not outside their reach, it's on the cusp of their reach, that they could beat them and level up.
so
Don't give us fucking
and
Apocalypse and
what made us have this conversation because he was showing us this Mr. Sinister shit.
Sinister, yeah.
So what you think? How do you feel about?
Like he's appropriate.
now.
yeah. Now,
as-
do you feel like Mr. Sinister is appropriate? Like,
feel like
if I'm in the writer's room,
yeah, I don't feel like.
if I'm the
feel like he's
director,
Mr.
Yes, no, hell yeah.
like
So
too
I don't
deep.
feel like he should be
if I'm the writer,
a one-off. Let me say that.
I'll write off. If I'm the writer, now I need to do my research. Let me pop up a list of all the X-Men villains ever, right? Like their villains, and solely, and then see. Now let me judge it. Who did Mr. Sinister send first to these niggas to fight them? Let's go there.
Yeah, that's
Something
true.
like that. Not him particularly,
Yeah.
but if we want him
He could
to
be
really
behind
bad,
it, like
then let's go that way.
Yeah, he could be behind it.
Now, if Apocalypse was the one that first sent somebody, let's go there. Then whoever's gonna be our big bad, who was the first person henchman he sent forward?
That makes
Oh
sense.
wait, he just came first. Oh, so then we don't do him yet. We do that for the next trilogy. First trilogy, who was lesser? All right. So now they sent in X-Men 97. They didn't send. They showed Sinister. It wasn't Sinister like fighting them. It was. What's the guy's name that turned into Onslaught?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm OD not remembering.
X-Men 97? Alright, remember X-Men 97, they had a front runner, and then that guy, Sinister was controlling him, and he turned him, like he
Guy with the
manipulated
gray
him.
hair,
Was it? I don't
right?
even
Didn't he
remember
have like
neither.
gray hair?
But I know he manipulated somebody to fight them.
He was like the
They showed him make an appearance, Sinister, but it wasn't him.
X-Men 97.
Yeah, first season. Who's the villain? That's what you
I ain't
got.
gonna lie, I'm drawing a blank. OD,
No, but you just
bro.
gotta type it to see like who's the villain. I think like Dante or some shit like.
Sinister. Bastion.
Bastion.
Oh yeah, he was
Bastion.
good. He was good.
See,
Bastion.
you send a Bastion type of
Bastion.
person.
This is a nigga with the gray hair. That's what I'm saying.
My
This
son
nigga.
look like
Okay, yeah.
My son
I
look
just
like,
didn't picture it either.
Yo, nigga look equivalent to Wonder Man.
No, he definitely got the Wonder Man suit, right? They got this, no, he literally got
Especially the MCU version.
He might be Wonder Man.
Yeah, the new one.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Send a Bastion type of nigga. Look at the X-Men archive. See who's that. You know, let them develop. Don't do Sinister off rip. No. If you asking me, and that was your question. No, don't do Sinister off rip. Let Sinister be the puppeteer in the background, the ventriloquist in the background. Then 3 movies in, on the 3rd movie, then you bring Sinister out.
I've actually never. Now that I think about it, I don't think I've ever seen like.
X-Men lower tier villains.
Yeah, I'm trying to really. think
Omega
about-
Red. Do Omega Red. Make him seem beastie as fuck.
Nah, but see, Omega Red is not.
He's
it's
like
not-
Wolverine.
That's
I
a
know.
Wolverine
But,
villain.
but I mean that though.
The X-Men
Omega Red
should
is-
not fight Omega Red.
All right, that's cool. But
Like
I'm not,
in my head, like.
but I'm not saying particularly Omega Red. I mean something like that. You send someone
No,
else,
see
bro.
what
Send
in my head. what
send
you do-
Sabretooth on his bullshit,
I'm about
bro.
to say, in my head, what you
No,
do
no,
is you do the
Omega Red is
Brotherhood
not
or something like that. You do
Yes.
you build that. You build the Brotherhood.
But you don't do Sinister or Apocalypse.
That's why I said Magneto's always gonna have
Or-
to be like.
I think you save Magneto because
Magneto's-
you make him seem like an ally a little bit.
What I think.
But you know this nigga's shaky.
Nah, what I think you do is Magneto is like you do the same swag, bro. You do it how right. This is how I imagine it, at least in the best way. You everything how you body that. You give the whole exposition of his whole spiel, what he's about. This is what I do. This is what I don't. This is what I'm with. This is what I'm not with. Boom, right? Yo, Charles, I fuck with you. I know you got the X-Men. You on your piece shit. I'm not with that. I'm not fuck with these humans. But you know what? I'll chill. Oh, my fault.
Underlining tension.
Boom, right? You establish all that.
Yes,
With all
underlining
that, right?
tension.
Boom, right?
Tension.
But we not actively like
Pushing him that
at
he's
war-
gonna be that one
beefing
day.
with each other.
No,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
beefing with each other.
We just
I'm talking
disagree a lot,
Yes, but we not like genuinely like beefing with each other.
and we're not teammates neither.
No, we hard body, not teammates.
Yes.
We establishing that we don't fuck with each other, but we not like at war. Like if I'm somewhere, I'm doing something dastardly,
And I call you.
and you pull up. No, I'm saying you show up to the scene. You're not gonna like get it on with me. You're gonna like the cartoon
Yeah,
swag. bro.
it's
Like,
just
you know
for the
what I'm
greater
saying?
good of
Boom,
the situation.
right? And then whatever, right? But I don't think Magneto should be like the, like I said,
The main
like,
antagonist.
Yeah, he could be the big homie, but not like it should be, like I said, like you do the Brotherhood, you do the whole little, his building his mutants, have mutants fight mutants. And to me, with the
trying to see that
X-Men,
too.
the X-Men should always be, at the end of the day, humans versus the X-Men. So even, I feel like
Go lay
with them
down.
beefing with
Go.
each other,
Go lay down.
should always be the main thing, should be like,
Go lay down.
niggas, that's like the whole X-Men story.
I
Feel
know,
me?
but I'm
Like,
tired of seeing that. I don't want to
but
see
that's
nothing.
the X-Men story, bro.
I don't want to see nothing. I've seen already, bro. I'm sorry.
No, but we
I don't
didn't
care.
see it in that way of being grounded, though.
That's
we
fine.
seen it on a like
They could do it better.
we seen it on a like
really think about it, bro. They
on a
could really
droided level.
They could really body that style.
we seen it on a steroid type level. Like they just like what you call it fast tracking. We seen it on a
Right,
fast track level. Like they did that to the extreme. What you talking about? I get it. I don't know. You want to see that.
Yeah,
but if they do
word.
it on a more grounded
Like-
level, that you could really appreciate the characters, and it's like there's no beef.
I'm gonna be honest.
But this nigga's
I'm gonna
different.
fuck my head up right there.
My point-
Cause that's a. Not to cut you off, like my fault. I'm saying.
I was
Nah,
done.
I'm thinking. You get finish.
No,
what
I
you're
just
saying.
don't want to. Like for me, we already know X-Men. Like
That's what I'm saying.
Fuck fan service for the new Gen Z or
Yeah.
niggas that don't know
That's
X-Men.
what I'm saying. Take
we
your
know
time.
X-Men already. I don't want to see that shit, bro. I want to see, like, not to compare to 97, but, like, I want to see that iteration of them. Like,
It was clear and simple.
Top of their game.
We got it off rip.
Cyclops was the man.
I'm a
like,
little,
but that's a
everybody
little-
was
I'm
serious.
wait.
I'm a little like.
Nah,
But I know you want to
disagree.
see their arc. You want
I'm
to
a
see
little
them,
like-
but
I want to see these characters build into. You know why X-Men
don't need
87 hit though? Because we know that's the continuation from the old show, so we already see these
In a
characters
sense,
build up.
But that's what I'm saying. We already know these characters.
No,
Especially y'all bringing
but
some
all
cameos, some
dudes.
niggas back and all that.
But
like,
you miss. You're missing one little point. That's a big point.
what is it, introduction?
No, that the MCU's a thing though, and you got to make a reason of why all of a sudden there's mutants.
No, I get that, but that has nothing to do with.
So you can't bring them in as
Why not?
adults because where were
All right,
they
they don't have.
for a lot of situations that
But
happen?
look at Fantastic Four, bro. You see how they did them? They already was. They showed us, yo. They
But-
beat up the niggas. They beat up.
But what
Wolverine.
was-
But I'm just saying.
But
though,
that's
but can
the
I make my
problem,
point?
though.
You see how they have Fantastic Four? They didn't show us they are them young, getting their powers. They didn't even show them fucking go to Planet get power. They already was established. We already know them.
They gave us a flashback.
And they gave us, yo, when they came, they already was in their bag already.
But they
Like, all right.
came though. That's the key word. Came. Pause. They are from a different
I
universe.
get it, but they're not gonna reintroduce them though. They're not
No, but
gonna show
I'm-
us how this nigga
Nah, but you can't.
Torch gets powers.
But if
They're
they
not gonna do
from
none of that,
here,
like,
no, but bro, the problem is if
is
they're
it?
from
Hold on,
here,
hold on.
where were you? It's like the same
that's-
problem niggas
that's
had with the
fine, but
Eternals.
You're saying something different than that's something different.
Yeah.
Show where they came from. That's something different though.
No, that's what I'm saying. So you can't have them already established if they're from here. Now, if you make them not from here, we can do
I'm
that.
saying the right because we're not getting X-Men before Doomsday. None of this. So anything we speaking about would assumably be after Secret Wars. Right?
Yes. as
I'm
far-
just saying.
So now this is what I'm.
Yeah,
This is
go ahead.
so when I ask the question, right? I'm assuming, right? They rebooting. It's just soft reboot, hard reboot, however you want to think
Right.
about it. However we
Have them
getting
established already.
we're getting new X-Men. This is what right.
What makes the most sense?
So now that was my question, right? So boom, right now. So, and you prefer
Them young.
getting me like
Build character building, development.
Yeah, you feel me? We start with young, we get
What's
time to
character
build these niggas.
development?
Right?
But the reason why.
Now, no, hold on. Right? And then Real prefers, like, he wants his X-Men already established from wherever they at, right?
Even if they're young. Even if
That's
they're,
what I was
they
gonna
can already
say.
be young still.
That was literally
but
what I was
already
gonna say.
have the school
Why
going.
cannot that be the
already
same thing?
be
Why cannot-
So that's cool for me.
I
Why
don't
can it
wanna
not
see
be
them-
just young?
But they cannot be
I don't
young,
wanna see
not
fucking
young.
Rogue.
When I
not
say
knowing
young,
about her
I mean
powers,
like
she can't
when
touch
I say
people.
young, I'm thinking like you could be like
Senior
Cyclops could be like
senior students.
Cyclops. I don't think a little bit older than that. Cyclops could be like 20, established.
No, that's cool
tough,
for me.
Sturdy,
Yeah,
but
like-
already Cyclops.
But the
On
problem
time and
is,
young,
you know what I'm saying?
but
Yeah.
But just
experience.
young
And
Cyclops.
show me your experienced
Ah,
Cyclops.
but
he could be like that.
97, yeah.
but the problem for me
like
is
X-Men 97 Cyclops, he could pass for 20.
no.
Nah, he's a little older, but I know he's
The
not.
nigga's 27,
Nah, he's a
bro.
little older, but
But the
yeah.
problem for
But
me
you know
is
what I'm
this.
saying, though.
I agree. I can compromise with that.
He's a little older.
But my problem would be following the MCU was be like, y'all cannot be this much older and been a thing. Where were y'all for real
but
situations?
We don't know that
But
yet
again,
because ain't they
Sluggy,
gonna?
that's what I'm
they probably
saying,
gonna
though,
be from
Sluggy.
the dementia shit.
That's what
or-
I'm saying.
or
So
what's the incursions?
I'm
We don't know
assuming they
what's
So
gonna
if
happen.
so look,
I'm
even if
assuming
y'all
they
do
reboot
that,
and everything, right? I'm
but-
assuming soft reboot, hard reboot, however you want to think about
Yeah.
it, right? I'm assuming
year one.
these is brand new X-Men that nobody that
Because the MCU
that
don't know
nothing
about them.
no nothing has ever existed. So
Why
like,
they became that is a big deal of what makes sense or not. Then,
But I don't think we need to
What you
see
mean? Hold on,
that.
say it one time.
so it has to be a reason of why the X-Men are now mutants are now a thing. So
Mutants
that
could
has
have
to
been
make
a
the
thing,
most
though.
sense.
All right, let me ask you a
Mutants
question.
could
Right?
have been
Let
a
me ask
thing
you.
the whole
I don't know.
time.
I'm just this.
No, that's why I'm going wrong with you, bro.
That's
That's the
That's the
problem.
one you think you're not with.
That's what I'm not
I'm also
with.
not with that either.
So now,
so I respect that.
if the way y'all introduced why mutants are a thing, maybe it could have been
No,
the resurgence of a new universe.
Nah, that's what I'm gonna say. Let me say this.
That makes sense now.
Okay. That's it. Okay.
And then
okay.
five,
That's what I was gonna ask.
5 years
Literally.
into the new saga, not 5 our years, but y'all could like in the movie say like, yo,
It could be 5 years from after the
Secret Wars.
yes.
In the movies, it could only been a year later that y'all released the movie. But
Yes, whatever.
in the movie,
But it's
in the
5 years.
in the
Yes,
universe,
whatever.
it's saying it's 5 years later. Then yes, you could do that for me. And they're like, nah, these niggas already been in their bag for the last 5 years in the new universe.
Yes.
All that. You can start from there. Yes.
But these niggas still young though. They
But
still
don't
20,
tell
20,
me
21.
these niggas are 32, 33, and nah, they've been around since forever, but we just didn't know. Nah,
But they show
nigga.
beats at the end of the other shit, so we don't know what's.
But I'm saying
Nah, that was a different universe, real.
But even still,
When when Monica Rambeau went over there and we seen Beast, that's
Right.
not our universe. So all dudes, it
What you
makes
talking
sense.
about? I'm talking about the end credit scene, right?
yeah,
Right.
That's the Marvels.
That's a
Right,
different
right, right.
universe.
That was
though.
Monica was the black
That's just a different universe.
he's not
So,
in the new one?
anybody they
Yes,
show,
you know, he's
nigga.
already in the Doomsday. and all
Nigga,
that.
they
But I'm-
coulda
but I'm
showed-
saying- No, but what I'm saying is though, right? But that's gonna be right of what I'm
We
saying
can
is
see him get his powers again and shit.
No.
No, brother, no,
Okay.
brother. Listen. Right now, what's the next movie's coming out? Spider-Man, and then that.
Then Doomsday.
And then Doomsday.
That's it, right?
Yeah.
And then some what shows?
No, but I mean, yeah, whatever. Those
Well, it
don't
don't
matter.
matter.
That
Those
doesn't
don't
matter.
matter.
Boom. So just right after even Doomsday.
Secret Wars.
After
So
Secret
next year,
Wars.
2027.
And you seen that, right? Apparently they want to break that down into two.
No, but that's always been the plan. It's just now
Mm.
You don't let me
But
speak
what's
about
he
nothing
getting at,
on
though?
here, but that been the plan. That been the
What's he
plan.
getting at though? After that,
Either way, I'm saying after all of that, right? Now, after the final one, with it, right, Secret Wars, I'm assuming. No, let's just say this.
They
right,
do X-Men movie after all of that?
They reboot and all that shit. Boom, now everything is new. They might keep some people from the old shit. They might keep new people. They might, whatever. They might not, whatever.
Right.
But the X-Men, for sure, is going to be new. I would assume so.
New casting though.
New
like for that Beast you seen,
It's no longer
I
going to
he's
be.
not gonna be Beast. Somebody
Yes.
else gonna be Beast. We can
After
get a new
Secret
version of
Wars.
Beast that you might even like better than all other Beasts, or you might hate him more than
You know
others.
what I'm saying? This beast is no longer going to. I'm assuming.
All of the X-Men,
after
that's gonna
Secret
happen
Wars,
to
that is
every-
the whole point of Secret Wars.
Every single person from the
They're
X-Men
gonna-
universe.
They're going to fuse everything.
and that's fine. I still don't want to see their origin again though, bro.
No, but not. But how about the stuff you don't? You never seen it that
I'm
way.
gonna bring
No,
that up.
but you could- no, but
that's
you-
true.
you could
'cause
give
they
me a
go through
different-
fleet,
that's
but
what I'm saying.
That's like having Batman again. I'm tired of seeing
Nah,
that
bro.
shit,
No,
Think
but-
about, right? But
all
all
right.
right. Think how fleet is though, right? Think about
What
to me,
origin do you know from X-Men that you not willing to see again? Question.
That I know that I'm not willing to
That
see
you
again.
like you're saying right now. I don't want to see that again. What?
Wolverine, Rogue.
Okay, cool.
Like you don't want to see
fucking,
those characters, or
I
like
don't want to see their build up again.
I don't wanna see Wolverine getting Animanium again.
fucking- Yeah, and working with Task Force, whatever the fuck he was working with.
Stryker.
And, I don't want to see that again. I don't want to see him.
He said that's
I don't
what
want
I
to
see about
see
that.
that, bro.
I'm with
Like,
you
I
with
don't wanna
that.
see
I'm with you with
I
that.
respect that.
I don't
see-
think what I'm
respect
talking
that.
about
Like,
is what.
I respect that.
Like shit, I know already. Bro.
No. I'm with you.
I know X-Men already.
Yo,
bro.
real.
Yes, right.
I'm with you with that, and
but
I'm mad on your side with that. I don't think that's what I'm talking about, or what they're gonna do when we say reboot
right.
the X-Men.
Right.
I think we're gonna get a.
no, but that's definitely part of it though. That's definitely gonna happen.
No, you're
though.
gonna probably
I don't know
get-
necessarily maybe
'Cause
not.
that's what I
Little
think when you
things,
say
little
dumb
things,
young.
not
When you-
not vocal points.
when you say
focal
dumb
points.
young, when you
not
say
focal
dumb young,
points.